So a 15 HP motor operates at an efficiency of 87.5% at full load. If the stray loss is approximately 1/4 of the total loss, calculate the copper loss. Okay. Hindi niya binanggit kung anong type of motor yan. Basta sabi niya, a 15 HP motor, this is your rated output. So pag sinabi nating rated output, that is the output at your full load or rated load. So your P out, that is 15 HP. Okay, it operates given yung efficiency. So pag nagsosolve kayo ng mga problems, lalo na kung medyo nahihirapan kayo, mas maganda kung nilalagay yung mga given. Okay, so 85 or 87.5% yung efficiency niya at full load. Take note, at full load, ibig sabihin, gagamitin natin yung rated output na 15 HP. If the stray losses, sabi niya doon, the stray losses, pag sinabi natin stray losses, these are your constant losses, is approximately equal to 1/4 of the total losses. Let's say P loss. Calculate your copper loss. Pag sinabi naman natin copper loss ng isang motor, ito yung mga electrical losses. Okay. So since sinabi niya doon na yung stray losses ay 1/4 ng total losses at wala naman na siyang ibang binanggit na losses dyan, ibig sabihin yung copper loss natin ay yung natitira doon sa total losses, or that is 3/4 ng total loss. Tama? Kasi 1/4 na daw yung stray losses. Wala naman ng ibang binigay dyan na ibang losses. So yung natirang loss na lang are the electrical losses. That is 3/4 ng ating total loss. So sabi natin sa formula ng efficiency, so efficiency is P out over P in, or yung P in is P out plus P losses. Okay, so dito, since given yung P out at saka efficiency, makukuha natin yung loss, total losses. So the efficiency is 87.5%. That is equal to your output power, so 15 HP. Take note efficiency at full load. So ito is efficiency at full load. So gagamitin yung 15 HP. So times 746. So all over 15 times 746, then plus the total loss. Okay, so let's calculate your total loss. So that is 15 times 746 divided by 0.875 minus 15 times 746. So we have here 1598.57. That is in watts. Yan. So okay na. Nakuha ko na yung total losses. So pwede ko nang hanapin yung ating copper loss, which is 3/4. Okay, ng 1,598.57 watts. So times 0.75. That is equal to 1198.93. So dito sa choices, that is approximately equal to 1,200 watts. Okay. Next number 8. So itong DC motors natin, medyo mag-iiba tayo ng ng way of analysis pagdating yun ng AC motors. Kumbaga para ang common lang sa DC motors and AC motors are the relations of torque, yung power stages, importante yun, mga yun. Pero pagdating kasi ng AC motors, ibang usapan na yun kasi 3-phase na yung source natin. Okay, next number 8. So the output torque of a motor is 69.2 pound-feet when it operates at 950 RPM. Calculate the losses in the machine as its efficiency if under this condition. The power input is 10,900 watts. Okay. So, ilagay lang natin yung given. So, the output torque, this is our torque, that is equal to 69.2 pound-feet. Okay? So, itong torque na to, mahanap natin when the speed is 950 RPM. So, hinahanap yung losses ng machine. So, take note, no? Yung total losses, kasi hindi niya binanggit kung anong loss yan. So, hinahanap dito yung total losses. Pati daw yung efficiency, pero sa choices, wala namang efficiency na nakalagay dyan. Okay, if the power input is 10,900 watts. Okay, so sabi natin ang loss, total loss, ito siya. Makukuha natin using this one, and that is equal to the relation with P in. Nasabi natin ang input power is equal to the output power plus the total losses. So, ayun na. Pwede ko nang hanapin yung total losses by subtracting your input and output powers. So, yung input, no problem na. Ang problema na lang natin dyan is yung output. And kung titignan naman natin, yung input natin ay 10,900, hindi na pwedeng ito yung sagot kasi yan yung input. Hindi rin pwedeng ito yung sagot kasi sobrang laki niyan, 55,866 watts. Sobrang taas naman ng loss natin compared sa input, ano. So, ito na lang yung sagot natin. Possible is letter A and letter B. So, how do we calculate your output? Siyempre, using the output torque. So, using your formula of power na merong kinalaman ang torque. Since naka-pound-feet yung torque, gagamitin yung power in HP na formula. That is 2 pi times N times T over 33,000. Okay, so that is equal to 2 pi times N of 950 RPM times 69.2 pound-feet torque divided by 33,000. Okay, so we have 2 pi times 950 times 69.2 over 33,000. So, 12.52 approximate na lang natin. That is in HP. So, i-convert lang natin to into watts by multiplying 746. So, ito yung sagot natin in PHP. Ito naman yung power in watts. So, times 746, that is 9337.58. That is in watts. O, ayun. So, pwede na. You can now solve for the total loss. That is equal to the input, 10,900 minus 9,337.58. So, minus 10,900. So, 1562.42 watts. So, this is our total power loss. So, the answer here is letter A. Kapag ginanap yung efficiency, kung meron man yan sa choices, syempre P out over P in. So, P out is, ito, nakuha natin dyan, divided by 10,900. So, ito, yan, divided by 10,900. Approximately equal to 85.7%. Okay. Next number tayo. Number 9. So what should be the full load HP rating of a motor that drives a 50 kilowatt generator whose efficiency is 89.5%? So hinahanap dito yung rating ng motor na nagdadrive ng isang 50 kilowatt generator given yung efficiency. Okay. So parang yung ganito yung maging figure niya. So meron daw tayong motor, tapos idadrive niya dito yung isang generator. Okay? So, yung 50 kilowatts natin, yan yung output ng generator. So, P out ng generator. That is 50 kilowatts. Ang tinatanong dito is yung rating ng motor. Pag sinabi nating rating ng motor, yun yung rated load, tama, or the output. Yung sinusolve natin dito kanina, pag naglalagay tayo ng output, yun yung rated output at maximum load or the tinatawag natin na full load. So, ang hinahanap dito is yung output ng motor, which is siya yung magiging input ng generator. Nakuha? So, yan. Ito yung output ng motor, which is para siyang yung tinatawag natin na concatenated. Yan yung input, maging input ng ating generator. So, kung ang efficiency ng generator is 89.5%, pwede ko nang hanapin dito yung input ng generator by its formula. So, the efficiency is equal to P out over P in. Okay, so yung input natin is simply the output divided by the efficiency. Okay, so yung output natin is 50,000 kilowatts or 50,000 watts. So, divide lang natin siya ng efficiency, that is 0.895. Yan na ngayon yung input ng generator. So, we have 55.87 or 866 kilowatts. Yung input na yan, yun na yung output ng motor natin. So, the answer here is letter A. Ay, sorry. What should be the full HP? Ito nabasa yun. I-divide pa natin ng 746. Meron din pala sa choices, pero yung nasa tanong pala is naka-HP. So, kailan ko pa itong i-divide ng 746? So, the answer here is 7 point, tama ba? Times 1,000. So, 74.89. This is our answer. So, letter B dapat. Yes, nakuha mo na yun, pero hindi mo pala nakita na HP yung tanong, mali ka lang din. Meron palang unit na nire-require yung number 9 natin na tanong. Okay. That is for our number 9. Next tayo. Dun tayo sa may number 10. So, a 35 HP, 250 volt shunt motor has a full load armature current, okay, rating of 135 amperes, and an armature resistance including brushes of 0.1250 ohm. The accelerating resistors in the automatic starter to which the machine is connected have a total resistance of 0.73 ohm. So, calculate the ohmic value of a plugging resistance that should be placed in series with the acceleration resistors to limit the inrush armature current to 1.5 times the full load value at the instant of motor is plugged. Ang haba ng tanong, Assume that the counter EMF is 80% of the impressed voltage. So, I'm afraid na baka hindi ko ito ma-discuss ng maayos kasi sobrang complicated nung figure niya. Complicated nung kanyang circuit diagram. So, siguro, yung formula na lang yung i-represent ko sa inyo. Mahirap siyang explain kasi sobrang complicated nung kanyang circuit diagram. Meron kasi siya ditong starter. So, kailangan mong ilagay yung starter. Okay? Then, kailangan mo ng parang switches. Kasi ang hinahanap dito is the acceleration resistors. Kasi meron siyang tinatawag na inrush current. Pag sinabi natin inrush, para siyang yung sobrang pataas na current before dun sa may normal condition yung current. Okay? So, siguro, hindi ko na di-discuss ito using the circuit diagram kasi nga mahirap siya na i-analyze. Gamitin na lang natin yung formulang ito kapag may nakita kayong ganyang type of question. Okay, so yung formula natin, the plugging resistance, RP na lang siguro ilagay ko. Okay, the plugging resistance is equal to So the sum of the terminal voltage or the source voltage plus the back EMF, hindi siya magma-minus this time. Divide natin to ng inrush current. Okay? Then naka-multiply or naka-subtract. Siyempre parang ito ay maging resistance, subtracted by your RA kasama yung brush drop contact minus your accelerating resistors. So ito yung gagamitin yung formula kasi nga mahirap po yung analysis. So the terminal voltage or the source voltage is 250 volts. So plus the back EMF. So meron ba siyang binanggit na back EMF dito? Sabi niya doon, assume that the counter EMF, so yung counter, kaya nga binanggit ko kanina sa ibang libro ang symbol nila for, or ginagamit nilang symbol ng back EMF is EC kasi nga for counter EMF. So yun yung counter EMF daw natin, that is 80% ng impressed voltage or the source voltage. Okay, divided by the inrush current. So ano naman yung inrush current? Sabi natin itong inrush current, ito yung kumbaga parang spike ng current at starting. So yung inrush current natin ay kukunin natin sa starting. Sabi niya dito, the inrush armature current is 1.5 times the full load current. So this is 1.5 of the full load current. And what is your full load current? That is 135 amperes. Yung sinasabi niyang full load value dito is yung current natin dun sa may armature. That is 135 amperes. Okay? Minus yung resistance dun sa armature. Ito siya, kasama yung brush, so nandun na, si 0.125 ohm minus the accelerating resistances which is equal to 0.73 ohm. So ito ngayon yung ating plugging resistance. So 250 plus 80% times 250 L over 1.5 times 135 minus 0.125 minus 0.73. Sobrang laki. Ito is nasa taas. So 250 plus 0.8 or that is 1.8 ng 250. So 1.367 ba? 250 plus 80% ng 250. So minus 125 minus 0.73. Tama, no? 80%. So 1.36 based from the choices, walang 1.36. Double check ko lang yung ko dito. Saan ako nagkamali? Okay, so tama naman yung sagot natin, no? 1.367. That is in ohms. That is the value of your plugging resistance. But on the choices, para ang pinakamalapit is 1.19. So bale, upon checking the problem, so may troubleshoot pa dito sa problem na ito. So yung terminal voltage natin, hindi dapat siya 250 volts. Yung ating VT, ito troubleshoot natin to, it should be 230 volts. So if we change this to 230 volts, yung magiging RP natin, the plugging resistance, palitan ko lang ito ng 230. Yan. So lalabas yung 1.19 ohms. 1.189. So kung ang ginamit is yung 250, parang lalabas pa rin naman yung malapit, which is letter B. Pero yung actual na answer natin is talagang yan. So by changing your source voltage into 230 volts. Okay? ano, yung formula na lang i-memorize ninyo pag may nakita kayong ganyang type of question next time. Okay, next tayo, number 11. So, objective, ano? So, the starting winding of a single-phase motor is placed in what part? That is on the stator. Okay, number 12. It is a DC motor that tends to overspeed when the field open while running. Okay, andyan na yung clue word ninyo, ano? Na isa siyang type ng DC motor na kapag inalis natin or inopen down natin yung field, so ano bang mga type of motor ang may field winding? Shunt motor, tama? Ano pa? Yung mga separately excited or the compound motor. Itong series motor, wala naman tong field, tama? Kasi nga, that is diretsong armature. Okay. And kung titignan natin, pag inopen natin yung field winding, so parang yung armature current neto, sobrang laki. Okay? And kung titignan natin doon sa mga type of motor natin, this is magfo-fall under your shunt motor. Imagine yung drawing natin sa shunt motor, pag inalis natin to, diba? Yung IM natin is magiging equal to your IA. So yung shunt motor, para siya magiging series motor. Kaya nga ang series motor, ginagamit siya for heavy operations. Yung shunt motor is for medyo light operations. So hindi siya pwedeng mag-overload. Doon, na formula for your power of a tawag nito, hydropower plant, which is madidiscuss nyo rin to pagdating ng power plant na subject. Okay, so yung formula natin is QWH, wherein yung Q dito, yung tinatawag natin na volume flow rate. Omega dito or W is your specific weight, and H is your elevation head. Okay, so dito pwede nating hanapin yung Q. Ito siya. That is 100 gallons per minute. Multiplied by the specific weight. Ano ba ang specific weight natin for water? Kasi water itong binanggit. So wala dyan. Ano? Pero sinabi niya dito na ang specific weight na gagamitin natin is in ano ba? Pwede. Naka-fit kasi yung mga given. So, pwede yung 62.4 pound force feet per cubic pound force per cubic feet. Pwede yon. Kasi yung gallons kasi, pwede ba siya i-convert to cubic feet? Pwede naman. Check natin. So from here, sige, i-type natin or ilagay natin yung 62.4 pound force per cubic feet. Specific weight yan ng tubig. Times yung H natin, eto siya, that is 200 feet. O ngayon, yung gallons per minute, kailangan ko siyang i-convert papuntang cubic feet per minute. Yung conversion ng gallons, ayun, yung problema natin. So ano bang conversion ng gallons? To liters. So using your conversion dun sa calculator, conversion 13, meron yan sa calculator. Naturo na yan sa inyo sa may fluids yata or thermo. So conversion number 13, yung gallons to US gallons, ito, 2 liters. So in 1 US gallon, we have 3.785 approximately. 3.785 liters. Okay, and then, sabi natin, in 1 cubic meter, we have 1,000 liters. Siyempre, in 1 meter, we have 3.28 feet. I-cube natin yan para magkaroon ng cubic feet. Cubic feet per minute. Okay. So, pwede na ba? Check natin. So, pag ganyan na yung unit natin, so magiging pound force, yung unit, pound force feet per minute. Pero parang ang hirap, ang hirap hanapin nung in terms of HP. Kasi kailangan pa natin ng isa pang conversion factor. O sige, i-watts na lang siguro natin, baka mas madali. I-try natin. Pansin ko muna to. Okay lang din naman kung gagamitin nyo yan, pero try natin kung naka-watts. Okay, so kung naka-watts, ang gusto mo, so yung W na gagamitin natin, yung 9.81. So 9.81 kilonewtons per cubic meter. I-times yung elevation head na 200 feet. I-convert ko ngayon ito into meters. So in 1 meter, we have 3.28 feet. Okay na, no? So dito naman, yung gallons pa rin, kailangan ko pa rin yung gallons. I-convert natin to cubic meter per minute naman. Nasabi natin kanina, in 1 gallons, we have 3.785 liters. This is now your conversion 13. And then sabi natin, in 1 cubic meter, we have 1,000 liters. Okay, then times, in 1 minute, we have 60 seconds. Para yung unit natin magiging kilonewton meter per second, or that is in joules per second, that is in watts. Okay, so we have here 100 gallons times 9.81 kilo times 200 times 3.785 divided by 3.28 times 1,000 times 60. So 3773.46. That is in watts. So yung choices natin ay naka-HP. So divide natin to ng 746. Parang mas madali compared sa kanina. Do pares lang din naman yung lalabas. So 5.06. That is in HP. Pero yan, hindi pa yung sagot kasi nagbigay siya ng overall efficiency na 70%. So ang hinahanap dito is the minimum HP of the pump. So efficiency is your output over input. So if we consider this one as your output, okay, ito yung lalabas dun sa pump natin, yung minimum na input power natin is the output divided by the efficiency. So 5.06 divided by 70%. So divide. So the answer here is letter A. Okay? So yung formula na yan magagamit nyo pagdating ng power plant. Mga ganyang type of problems yung nasa power plant. Under kasi siya ng hydro power. Okay, next. Number 14. So this is an objective type question. So which of the following given below is the eddy current loss not proportional to? So tignan nyo na lang yung formula ninyo using the Steinmetz formula. Not sure doon sa spelling, pero ganito yata siya, Steinmetz. So check nyo na lang yung formula, dyan yung mahanap yung sagot. Okay, so yung sagot dito is letter C. Square of the load current of the laminated core. Yung Steinmetz formula or Steinmetz yata yung na formula is magamit nyo, yes, for generators and motors as well as for transformers. Kasi lahat naman ng machines natin, merong merong eddy current loss. Yung eddy current, yun yung mga maliliit na bilog na current. Mga looping current, tinatawag. Loop currents. Dun sa ating lamination.